Hello again and welcome to Pearl Magazine. In 2018, the SAR government started to coordinate the efforts of different organizations to revitalize dying villages in the countryside. The Countryside Conservation Office is spending $500 million on rehabilitating existing architecture in the countryside. Reporter Alice Kahn finds out if this work is enough to revitalize the villages. After years of rural revitalization efforts at Lai Chi Wo, the Hong Kong University won the 2020 UNESCO Asia Pacific Award for Cultural Heritage Conservation.
To us, it's a big success. There are more birds, insects. We also see, culturally, more people are coming back to the village, and some culture are sustaining.
The UNESCO Award for Lai Chi Wo encouraged villagers and universities to put more effort into reviving dying villages. In 2020, CUHK received $2 million in government funding to revitalize Moi Tse Lam with experimental restorations. Villagers from Kuk Po are also hoping to breathe life back into their village. Kuk Po is in the Sha Tau Kok area. It's an hour's walk from Luk Keng via the country park. Because of its small population, the boat service there was terminated. This means villagers have to hire a speedboat to go by water, but it's costly. And outsiders need a permit to travel from Sha Tau Kok Pier to Kuk Po. Kuk Po has several villages. One of them, Ng To, is tucked away in the mountain. The village chief of Ng To, Yung Yuk Fung, owns a terrace house here. He migrated to the UK after getting married.
Other villagers also emigrated to the UK, looking for jobs there.
How many people lived here back then?
2,000 people lived here in the heyday.
Young has since moved back to Hong Kong and now lives in new territories. He comes back to Ng To a few days a week.
It used to be a paddy field. Look, there are steps now. I don't farm. I come back to remove the weeds and grow fruit trees.
This waterfall is the villagers' favorite place.
When I was 5, I swam a few times a day. I took off my clothes, left down on a stone, and just jumped in.
His family's original house was built hundreds of years ago. Jung says it was rebuilt in 1967. He's asked the CUHK School of Architecture to help him restore the house.
I can't do it by myself. I wouldn't do it even if I could.
Today, Professor Thomas Chung of CUHK takes us around the area.
Ng To is the fifth valley, the innermost valley in Kuk Po. And that's where we come from, the plains, walking through the Kuk Po River, the ecologically important river and very rich in biodiversity, including lots of butterflies, birds, and then also plants and trees like these amazing camphor trees. So yes, so along the whole river, there's the integrity of the landscape that's really important and good for our research and study.
In 2021, CUHK received $3 million to restore the house. In return, Young must turn the house into a multidisciplinary education and action research center for the university. Today, Thomas's team comes to remove debris. There is basic restoration being done to put the house in working order.
This is a bathroom.
But there's no shower.
All houses do not have showers. We boil the water for bathing.
What's this?
This is a stove. This is a chimney.
The smoke goes up here.
This is a water storage facility.
You didn't redo all this.
No, I didn't. Yes, it's the original layout. The staircase was repainted. The trusses affected by termites were replaced. Broken tile were replaced. Water leakage problems were fixed. Broken windows were replaced.
Young and the other villagers get together to enjoy the house after the work is finished.
Me, my brothers, relatives will come back more often. Now the house is not dilapidated. It's a win-win situation. I've already won.
But these government-funded projects will end in a few years. Young's project will end in January next year, and the university's activities might stop after the project ends. This $2 million experimental project in Muay Lam ended, and it was demolished afterwards. At the end of last year, CUHK got another $3 million to restore the same house as a village community area. Some question whether taxpayers' money was properly spent on the project.
We'll look at just one individual building, then we'll start asking that question, what's next? We're trying to create a habitat, but a habitat for local economy. We plan to sit there and try to help as well as monitor and see how it grows. But at least we need that habitat, because an individual building, no matter how beautiful it is, it's not going to be sustainable, right?
Jung says the restoration is not enough to revive a remote village.
I'm old. I can't come back in the future. My children also won't come back. Of course, I hope revitalization is sustainable, that it will pass down generations. If the transportation is convenient, I still can persuade them. But it is inconvenient. How can I persuade them?
The Lee family in Tin Sum received $3 million in government funding to restore their house. In exchange, they must farm and offer an eco-living experience to the public. Their youngest daughter, Leah, came back to the village to help out the family.
Before, I seldom go to Kuk Po because of the inconvenience of the transportation.
Today, she arranges camping activities.
About 5 people will come here today. It was not really making money because we have still a lot of things that need to prepare, like here the tent, and maybe sometimes we have to prepare for the food. If we want to make money, maybe about 10 people.
Leah says poor mobile connections and lack of decent toilet facilities put tourists and young people off. The project ends in December 2024. It may be too early to say whether the farming and activities are enough to help revitalize the village.
Is resumption of farming suitable for Kuk Po?
Well, it's not that easy to do farming again because of the manpower. Nobody is willing to do the hard work in farming. How about we have wetland as well as some productive farming activities like gateway? Some organizations are considering whether it's possible to do gateway shrimp here because there's high tide and low tide bringing water in and out of this pond, of this marshland. So it's a very good condition for gateway shrimps.
This elder villager, Mr. Ho, comes back 5 days a week ever since he retired in 2015. Mr. Ho doesn't receive government funding. Instead, he invests his own money. 3 years ago, Mr. Ho spent $200,000 to renovate this small house behind his larger one.
This small house has been deserted for 50 years. 3 years ago, my nephew and I hired workers to renovate. The layout is unchanged. It's the same as it was in the 30s. I collected household items, the antique household items, farming tools. The collection is for my own pleasure. The older villagers are able to look at these old things.
So many of us, kind of rush out to our countryside, enjoy, the beauty over there, the culture over there. And we need, right, food, we need support, we need to go to toilet, all that kind of things. We require basic infrastructural provisions and basic accessibility by water, by land, particularly these days, we need Wi-Fi.
Stephen Tang, the head of the CCO, says the government is not considering building a road because it would disrupt the natural ecology. But he thinks there will be more water buses to the village when the Sha Tau Kok closed area opens up next year. Simon Sung is the former village chief of Kuk Po. He believes the gradual opening up of the Sha Tau Kok closed area will bring opportunities to the village.
There will be many tourists coming to Kuk Po to visit. They may come here for camping, for drinking seafood, even organize a party in here. I expect the villages to develop a campsite business.
While villagers cannot run guest houses and restaurants, Stephen Tang says guidelines will be published to help villagers obtain licenses needed. When we return, lifestyle services and cutting-edge products for those entering their golden years. Stay with us. Welcome back to Pearl Magazine. Hong Kong has a rapidly aging population. By 2028, 25% of the residents will be over 65 years old. Zella Chin visits a trade show for seniors to look for new lifestyle services and cutting-edge products for those planning for their golden years.
Taste testing teas, shopping for discounts, a fun day out. At this trade show for seniors, many people came to visit with their friends and spouse.
So what sort of things did you like here today?
Mostly the electric for your, I don't know what
electric massager.
Exactly, something to solve your foot problem, you know. Yeah, that little bit, she likes very much, but over $40,000. So,
oh my God.
So we have to think about.
What did you like about it?
We can see the new things, such as using the mask and doing some bed.
So making new bags.
Yeah, using the mask. Yeah.
Oh, so like upcycling face masks.
Yeah, because we have lots of masks, and then they produce some bed. It's very creative.
So are you going to go home and make
maybe
bags out of your face masks?
Yeah.
More than 120 exhibitors from around the region showcase the latest entertainment, lifestyle, and healthcare services and products for seniors at the convention center in Wan Chai. Pan Tong's family owns 3 private columbariums. They started the business more than 12 years ago.
We bought a house, a big house in Tuen Mun. And right after my father died, we decided to maybe we should do the columbarium business, because all around the house is all the old columbarium and all the temples.
He is at the trade show to market the niches of the newly opened columbarium in Kwai Chung.
We are a multi-religious columbarium because we have 11 floors. We have Buddhist, we have Tao, we have Catholic, and we have Christian. We have designed for people that have not religious people.
This niche costs about $500,000. It can store 2 urns and miniature furniture.
So what do we have here? It looks like kids' toys.
Yes, they are actually not kids' toys. They are designed for our niches. Let's say we have like marchot here that is actually all cut out in separate, because we want to make sure they have a full set of marchot for the people who pass away.
Okay.
Yes.
So these are really tiny.
These are really tiny. This is just a half a size of a fingernail. Free there.
Keep it in their niche then? Is that how it works?
All of these are keep in the niche and it's for free completely in my company.
And does that mean they don't burn paper offerings anymore?
They don't burn paper offering anymore.
People are not allowed to burn paper offerings nor incense at the columbarium, so Pan designed some alternative products.
We have actually introduced a water-based incense where we can, when it contact with the water, it will slowly melt. So visually, they will be the same as the incense. So they go from the top down, but instead of burning from the top, it's just melting from the bottom.
He's also incorporated technology into the columbarium.
One of our projects, we have 23,000 niches, and it's really difficult for them to find them if they only visit once a year. So we have designed a GPS system that can help them out to find their niches.
He says fairgoers are curious about their products.
All our niches have different designs. And the good thing is that people will come up to us and ask, what it is, like what kind of meaning is behind the designs. And also when they see the little furnitures like the matcha tables, they will say, oh wow, you guys have actually got a full matcha set in there. So that's where we will create conversation in between the new customers.
And the people, they care more about their health.
Kenny Lowe has organized the Senior Expo for more than a decade. He says a mix of vendors has changed over the years.
Usually, say 10 years ago, most of the exhibitors are manufacturers, suppliers of medicines, facilities. But now there are more and more enjoyment, cruise, and more, say, investment, and also some for other leisurely activities.
That's because the needs of retirees have changed.
Because most of the people now approaching the age of retirement, they are getting more and more rich and more educated. So they have more room or more thinking about or planning about their retirement life than before. People care more about their training, health, and also enjoyment.
This 30-year-old company in Hong Kong sells products from Korea and Japan. The best-selling product is an electronic foot massager that uses low-frequency technology.
Hi. Okay. Yes, you can just put your feet inside all the way in.
This is good after being in high heels all day.
Yes. Okay, so now we are going to start with the low frequency. So the feeling is like a bit of needles poking.
So what is this doing?
Okay, so now we are having the no frequency therapy. So this no frequency therapy, right, it stimulates through our sole of the feet, okay, to relax our calf, to relax our whole body muscle, and of course to promote the blood circulation. And
so how is this different from a normal massager?
Okay, importantly, because this device is registered in Japan as a home-use medical device. Of course, we will not say this device to replace acupuncture or to replace any kind of medical treatment. Still have to seek for medical advice.
This costs about $25,000. The eye massager is a new product Alice is introducing this year.
It helps to cure the dry eye syndrome, and it is a home-use medical device from Korea too. There is 4 different functions and include the thermotherapy, the vibration, air pressure massage, and the hot stone therapy. Okay, so during the 15 minutes, right, we have 4 different functions to help us to cure the dry eye syndrome.
This sells for about $4,600. Alice's target customers are interested in improving their health and well-being.
Our customer mainly is 45 and above. Most of them actually they come to us because of the chronic pain. Actually, it's really such as the neck and shoulder, back pain, neck pain, kneecap, all this. And some of them they even have sleeping disorder. And some of them, they may looking for alternative medicine, okay? So instead of taking medicine, right, or perhaps they are not at the stage to take medicine yet, so they are looking for an alternative way.
Her business expanded the last few years, and the company's opened branches in Macau and Guangzhou.
Irritated pain after the surgery.
Kitty Lee sells medical equipment to the dental industry. Her company is exhibiting at this trade show for seniors for the first time.
The population in Hong Kong should be more aware of their dental health to enjoy their life, even about 50. We want to let the public know that dental surgery is not as scary as, the previous. The conventional treatment could be scary, but now we have the latest technology, the new technology with the navigation system. It will make the procedure more comfortable for the patient.
She's showcasing new equipment for dentists to use during implant surgery.
What are you doing? This is the dummy of the jaw. Yeah. So this is the handpiece tracker drill. The machine actually will prompt you where exactly you need to put the implant.
Or how far in it needs to be.
Yes,
how
exactly.
Close to a nerve.
Exactly. And how deep it should be. And also it will avoid the nerve. You see the red dot is a nerve.
I see.
So it will help the doctor to avoid getting into the nerve that will irritate the patient, that will create consistent pain after post-procedure. It's just like when you drive a car, it has the navigation system to drive you to your location. It's more convenient,
So
right?
this is a navigation system for the jaw.
Exactly.
She says the business for dental surgery equipment has improved by 20% compared with 2020.
Post-pandemic, people, they need to take off their mask, and actually people are more aware of dental health, and it's kind of popular nowadays to care of their dental health because we need to show our smile, we need to enjoy the food. So without the dental health, without teeth or healthy teeth, or you're missing some teeth, it really impacts our daily life.
Good health is not only important for the elderly. The exhibitors have noticed more and more young people are also interested in taking good care of their health.
We see the changes in the younger generation. People, they have more awareness about their health, and they are willing to learn more and spend more about their health. They will come to know that, actually we have a healthy body is very important. Okay, without a healthy body, basically we can't complete our work, or we can't even take care of our family.
That's our show for this week. Join us on Pearl Magazine, same time next week. Bye for now.